Let's get into it. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. You ready?
Let's do it.
I'm excited. You excited to be here?
I am.
All right, gorgeous. So one of the biggest questions that I have is, I have seen you at events. I've seen you at speaking engagements.
What events have you seen me?
What do you think?
I don't know, 10X?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
35,000 people. I had
That
to be
was
one
big,
of
right?
them.
That was big.
Oh, that
Where
was
were you
huge.
sitting?
There's like that floor section. I was right there in one of those box
Awesome.
seat things.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It was a beautiful event.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. And you meet thousands of people every single week.
Yeah.
And so my biggest question, the way I want to start this off is, what holds people back? Why are they not taking action?
Because I really think that the goals aren't big enough. Like if you know, I think that people look at what they're going to do, like the goals they set, and in their mind they're like, this isn't going to change my life any.
Okay. So what?
Well, let's say the person wants to lose 5 pounds, or they want to make another $2,000. Like when you run it through the calculator, right? You're like, okay, how is this going to change my life? There's no change. There's no real change.
No significant change.
Okay, I end up with another $2,000. I end up 4 or 5 pounds lighter. But what's the change? Like look how few people read books. The people don't read books because they're like, why am I going to read? It's not going to do anything for me.
Yeah. So you're saying you need like those hairy, audacious goals.
That's
huge.
what 10X is about. 10X is about. I set the wrong goals for my entire life, and I am extremely goal driven. So it's not like I'm not goal driven. It's not like I don't write goals down. It's not like I don't believe in, like, if you write it down, it'll happen. The problem is I was writing the wrong stuff down. My entire life. Probably
You're playing
still,
small.
Yeah, probably still playing small.
Okay. It's funny you say playing small, because I know in one of your interviews you talked about at 45 years old you were worth 10 to 15 billion bucks, something like $1 million. Not yet. But you said you were playing small. And I wanted to know, where were you playing small? What were you doing that was small?
Everywhere. Like every category of my life, I was playing small.
Okay.
I was in just good enough shape, but I wasn't in really good shape. I was just in aesthetically a good shape, but the rest of my body wasn't. So you work out your legs all the time because you like your legs and your butt, but I was never working out my legs. I was just working out whatever would look good under a t-shirt.
To get by almost.
Yeah, almost to get by, right? I was making just enough money so I could take care of myself and my family and my sense of self-worth, rather than, well, why don't I make enough money so I can take care of a lot of people? I had 3 employees in a company, 3 employees that resulted in this money that you talked about. Today we have 149 employees in Miami, 250 in the real estate, so 400 employees. Because I was thinking too small. I was thinking about myself, and I wasn't thinking about getting big. And I had people that were in my head telling me, "Hey, you don't need it. Bigger's not better." We've all heard that. A bigger company's not a better company. Stay small. Stay nimble. Keep keep it for yourself. It's a small think. Retirement accounts, small think. Who are you thinking about? You think about your retirement.
Yep.
Equity, buy a house. I bought houses. Who you buy a house for? You don't buy a house for people, others. You buy a house for you. Selfish.
So that was a big switch for you from 45 to now, switching from kind of thinking in a very narrow, singular focus on you and your own success. You really flipped it, and you've been doing a lot more of giving. You want to give knowledge, give value. Correct?
Yeah, but I want to meet more people, right?
Yep.
So if I want to meet more people, I need to go places. We're going to go to Tokyo tonight, okay? Then we're going to go to Australia. I'm going to be in Australia for a month, so we'll be popping around the southeast.
Oh, wow.
I want to make friends, right? I'm out there. I want to. That takes money. That takes time. That takes energy. That takes courage. You're like, oh, I want to go traveling too. Yeah, but I mean, you can't. You got to have money to travel.
Of course.
And you have to have time. You have to have control of time and money. And then you have to have courage to leave the time and money. Because that means I have to walk away from something I understand to go to Tokyo, which wasn't even on our calendar.
Okay.
We were going to go to Hawaii, then to Australia, but a storm hit. A storm's going across the South Pacific, so I have to reroute. So I'm like, I'm going to reroute to Fiji. The storm got so big I can't go to Fiji. These are the problems I'm having today.
Good problems.
I'm like, I can't go to Fiji, can't go to Hawaii. Oh, where can I go? Let's go to Japan. We'll go to Tokyo. Spend 3 or 4 days there. We've already set up meetings there now.
Yep.
You see, these are all opportunities to get bigger. But those things take time and they take money, and I have to leave the comfort of my familiar things.
Yeah.
And why would I do that if the payout's not big enough?
So for you in your life, in the last 10 years, 20 years, what is the biggest leap of faith you've had to take where you were comfortable and you had to get yourself extremely uncomfortable? What was the biggest one with the biggest payoff?
So many.
Biggest payoff.
Biggest payoff. Not the financial biggest payoff, but probably that last 10X Growth Conference I did.
Yeah, how come?
35,000 people. Nobody's ever done that. I promoted it myself. You know, I'm the only speaker in the world that is promoting their own events. And to put 35,000, that's the biggest single conference ever held in the United States.
Incredible.
A business conference. Outside of maybe what a Microsoft would put on, where they force their employees to go. Like they got to go, right? So that was significant because, you know, every event that will be done now will be compared to that event. Not just mine, but others.
It's the standard now.
It is like, whoa. So you go to a deal and there's, I did 7,000 people in Atlanta Saturday. And I know what the guys are saying. You know, Cardone did 35,000. I mean, I did 7,000 people in a room. I had 7,000 people in restrooms in Miami at any given break, on any given break.
Yeah, at any given time.
So it was a massive event. It didn't make a lot of money. We actually did smaller events that made more money, but it gave me such a brand lift.
Yeah.
The brand lift was phenomenal.
People were talking about that for quite some time.
All over the world.
Okay, so what was the scariest part about it for you, leading up to the event?
All the way up to Friday night, saying, man, or Thursday night, are people going to be here tomorrow? Like, I did audits on the tickets sold like 3 times. I'm like, tell me, I want to see every ticket sold.
Oh, wow.
34,290 tickets.
Wow.
I'm like, do it again, run it again. I don't believe it. Okay, and then it's like, okay, I got 3 confirmations of how many seats we sold. People paid us money for those seats. Yet I still, Thursday night, doubter that I am, Mr. Pessimistic.
Mr. Pessimistic. I haven't heard that.
Oh, I am very pessimistic.
Yeah?
I am an extremely negative person.
Okay.
And so even up until walking in there Friday morning, I'm thinking, this place they're not going to show up here.
You were expecting
You ever had a party and you're like, is anybody going to show up for the party? I've done every party I've ever had. That's what I think.
Okay. My parties are typically fun. I think they want to
come. I know, but do you ever worry about, I wonder if people are going to show up?
No.
You don't worry about it, huh?
No.
Okay.
I got cute friends. That's all you got to do. Well, get a couple cute girls. It's easy.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was your
maybe
big
I need
stick.
to come to your parties then.
I'll invite you.
Yeah.
You can have a +1 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be a good time. Okay. So that was scary.
You're more secure than I am. You have more self-confidence than I am.
I don't know about that. Mr. Pessimistic.
I just know that things happen, right? Things happen, and you know, people are disappointed because there might be too optimistic. People might be too optimistic.
Okay. Too optimistic.
I think people are too optimistic. I think they're too rosy.
Okay. Like kind of like delusional.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, delusional would be a better word.
So would you say you're a realist or a pessimist?
I think I border on pessimism.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what scenario?
I don't trust anything until I see it happen.
Okay.
Nothing.
You wait till it plays out.
No, like we only had like 32,000 seats to sell. So I'm like, keep selling those seats. Well, Grant, we're out. You just keep selling them. So I had to put people in the field.
Yep.
You know, we had to call the fire marshal last minute. I'm like, this place is going to be full, man. And to be full, that means you have to keep selling seats. So that morning, the morning of the event, there was a big traffic problem in Miami, so people couldn't get in. There was also an this phenomenal winter crazy thing that had never happened some kind of Arctic, I don't know, can somebody look it up? Something happened in February, some Arctic vortex. It was the Arctic vortex, which I really think was really the 10x Arctic chill effect.
Oh, yeah?
There was so much heat in Miami, we sucked out all the freaking heat.
Yeah, we had all the energy.
Midwest. So there was thousands of planes that could not make it into Miami. So because we oversold the event, everything was still full. Because things happen. And I think people underestimate that things happen. And then they're shocked. Oh my God, I can't believe there was a shooter in the Northwest this weekend. You know?
You got to prepare.
Yeah, that happens when you got 300 million people and most of them have weapons.
Yep, you got to prepare.
Somebody's probably going to wake up one day and decide to shoot somebody.
Yeah. Okay, I like that outlook though. It's realistic, and it's also you're kind of putting all your ducks in a row, making sure that things are going to be exactly the way they need to be. So if something does go wrong,
you hit your goals, you hit your targets, you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know.
Okay.
Because I can't depend on having cute little girls around me so that people come to my party.
Oh my goodness, you're something else. You know.
I'm just saying, you know, not everybody can have that. Like you guys don't have cute little girlfriends to bring around with you, right? You got a bunch of ugly guys, and nobody comes to your parties.
So you got to prepare.
Then you got to go hire girls.
Look at them. They're like, I don't know about
they're
that.
Like, no, I just go to Vegas for the weekend.
Oh my goodness. Okay, one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What are you going to say?
No, and it just goes back to the payoff's not big enough. See, nobody. See, Elon Musk has a payoff big enough.
Huge.
You know, Steve Jobs had a payoff big enough, right? Warren Buffett had a payoff big enough. He wasn't thinking about investing money in a stock. Warren Buffett's never bought a stock in his life. That's what he talks about on TV. That's not what he does. He buys positions in companies, massive positions. The American middle class is taught to diversify their investments, play it safe, go small, take baby steps, start young. It's all bullshit. The whole thing's a bullshit scam because it's in the middle. It says middle class. It says average. You can't be great.
Yep. Be
satisfied with a house, an address, 2 kids, a couple of dogs, a refrigerator full, a heater, and warm air and air condition. If you got all those things, you're good. And your health, of course. Oh yes, your health. You have that. Then you should be blessed. You have been blessed, and everything's great. It's bullshit.
Yep.
You know, you're trapped. You're just another one of the cogs in the wheel, and that's what I got sick of. And $2 million, you're still that person. $2 million of cash does not, and a house paid for does not get you out of that.
Got it. What's your advice to that? That is your typical American family, typical American situation. It's like, what's the hard advice that they maybe are shying away from listening to but need to hear?
Yeah, you need like 10 at least, and probably 20.
Yep. But even in that, like, what do they need to be doing every single day that's going to get them there?
First thing you need to do, well, you're not going to get there if you're not thinking about 10 or 20.
Okay.
So you're thinking about, I got to get a couple $100,000. You know, when you don't even need to do the math. A couple $100,000, and you are at risk every single day. Everybody knows the person that had millions, by the way, millions and millions set aside that busted out. We all know about the ball players, the rappers, the musicians, the artists that end up having to sing their entire life. When they're 90, they're still doing gigs at the Hard Rock. She's showing up at the Hard Rock, you know, and there's 27 people there because she still needs money. She can't live because she didn't use her money correctly. Then we see a couple of examples of guys doing it right. You know, so you see Jay-Z, he'll create legacy money, you know. His kids and grandkids could be on the Forbes list. You know, those guys are moving from drug dealer to rapper to I'm going to own equity. I'm going to be a business person, which requires risk, right? And not just showing up selling tickets. So the person you're talking about, the people that you're life coaching, right? You need to like tell them, hey, do the freaking math. Okay, your mommy and daddy died broke. Well, maybe not, but they were worried about money every day. And if you're worried about money every day, if you're worried about how big the casket is or what you're spending on that casket when they die, or, I got to sell the house now, you know. If you're worried about all those things, you're just in this little thing. And that's why I think a lot of people give up on their goals, is because they know their life's not going to change significantly enough.
Yeah, where it's not even worth it. It's not even worth getting out of your comfort zone for, like you said, extra 5 pounds, extra couple grand, extra this, extra that.
Yeah, why do 20 crunches? I'm never going to have abs.
Yep. So think big. Think really big.
Real big.
Real big. So it has to scare the living shit out of you.
It needs to change your life significantly.
Okay.
Right? So, but we've all been told, don't set those goals. Set realistic goals. And realistic goals will always let you down.
What do you think about realistic benchmarks? Benchmarks on your way to that big
audience. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to take care of business today.
Yeah.
I need to pay the bills today.
Yep.
Right? I need to take care of my obligations today. I got to pay for the fuel today. That's why I'm so opposed to this don't monetize your content message. Okay. That's becoming popular.
All right, tell me about it.
Well, this idea that if you just put enough content on the internet, that one day somewhere in the future, everything's going to somehow work out.
Like somebody will give.
I didn't have a daddy taking care of me. I didn't have a daddy tap into his business, and I could live off his business. My dad died when I was 10, so I needed to monetize today. Most families in America need to monetize today.
Right now.
Yeah.
Because they're in a crisis.
Or every 2 weeks. Is there what?
They're in some kind of crisis. Like you said.
I got car payments.
Yeah.
I got house payments. I got health care. I got, I need to go to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods is $100 a bag.
Yeah.
I want to go to Starbucks and get a coffee. I got to pay for things. Like, we live on an economic planet. That is a reality. So to not monetize today, to think that I'm going to spend all my time. I had a guy in here yesterday, comes in, tells me he's quitting his job that he doesn't like to become a professional podcaster. I'm like, bro, he's like, what do you think? I said, it's the fucking dumbest idea I've heard this week.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. What are you doing? Quitting a job that pays you money.
Yeah.
Like, you're good at the job. I don't like it anymore. Well, good. You don't like it because you got bored playing the same game. Play a bigger game.
Yeah. So what is he doing? Is he quitting?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh.
Delusional, man.
Delusional. This is what we're saying. Delusional.
That's my new word of the day.
Delusional. Yeah, you can't be delusional, especially with your goals, especially with your finance.
It's irresponsible to do what you love.
Yeah.
Like this message about do what you love. It is irresponsible to do only what you love. The actor that's running around Hollywood, I'm only going to play this part. Dude, it is so selfish.
Yep.
And so ridiculous. Like you need to do what it takes. Like, maybe you need to learn how to do the lights, the editing, the production, like all the pieces. Maybe you're not meant to be an actor. And maybe really what you're meant to be is a producer. Like, the thing that I learned when I was 25 years old is one of the great lessons of my life is the thing that I hated to do the most ended up becoming the thing that I got great at and became my career.
Okay, how come?
I was in sales. I had a sales job. I couldn't get any other job.
Yep.
And I hated it.
Car sales, correct?
Yeah, it was automobile sales, but it could have been furniture. I mean, it wouldn't matter. I could have been at Nordstrom's. It just so happened I was in a car dealership because I was fired from Nordstrom's. So the only place I could get a job at 25 was in a car dealership. I hated the job. I hated the title. I hated the position. I hated the whole process. I hated you walking up looking at me like I was a snake and a terrible person. And one day I'm like, you know what? You need to not hate this. You need to lean into this deal. You need to figure out how to get great at this deal and handle and manage whatever is going on in your life about hating this job. And I made a decision that I'm going to get great at this job. It's beneath me. I should be doing something way bigger. I'm going to get great at this shitty job. And I did, like literally 30 days later. Like, I just leaned into it. Started educating myself, learning about it.
Mastering where you're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then the next thing, 30 days later, I'm like, this isn't a bad job, man. Paid a lot.
So what changed? You started to like it? You started to enjoy it?
I got good at it. I got great at it. And I got good at it, then I got real good at it, and then I got great at it.
Excellent.
And then I became a master. And then I'm like, this is easy, man.
What's your favorite part about sales?
Oh, almost nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, I don't like sales.
Okay. What do you like then?
I like doing deals. I like making money.
Yep.
You know, I like you walking away saying, man, this was great. Thank you so much. You know? But look, I could have been waiting tables, right? I could have been in a restaurant. I could have been at the Palm right there waiting tables, and I'd have hated it. And then I needed to make a decision. Hey, I need to get great at waiting tables. And then all of a sudden, I'd go from making $60,000 or $70,000 a year to $150,000 a year.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's the biggest thing is getting really great at what you're doing currently.
Yeah.
And similar, Delusion.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to do the next thing. I want to be the next best podcast or whatever. It's like, well, what are you doing right now? What can you work on right now? Where are you making progress? Where are you making money right now?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
And making money. Like, don't just get great and be monetized for the greatness.
Yeah. Getting paid for it.
Yeah, because if you're in the NBA, the NFL, even college, like if you're great at what you do, somebody's going to pay you for it.
Absolutely.
And if you're really great, they'll pay you for what you're doing that's great, and they'll pay you later for something you're not even doing.
Like what?
Endorsements.
Got it.
Like, see, dude, you're so great, we just want to pay you to wear a hat.
Yeah, we just like you that much. You're good.
We want you to wear a t-shirt. We want you to wear our shoes, right? So that's greatness where you get, you're paid twice in your life. You're underpaid most of your life. Individuals underpaid most of their life. And then if you're lucky, a handful of people are overpaid. I'm looking to be overpaid.
Absolutely.
I want to get so great, people like, here, you deserve more money than
anyone else.
Anyone else. We want to give you money and freedom and planes, and we would just want to give you stuff because you are exceptional.
Exceptional.
And that's not, like, that's been done thousands of times. Thousands of people on this planet, millions of people have actually done this, achieved this. So Amazon's in that right now. They're getting money Netflix is getting money, like.
Absolutely. You meet a lot of people. You meet a lot of people through, not just through your content, but through events and through speaking engagements. When it comes down to it, what do you find is one of the most influential factors in whether or not somebody's going to be successful?
The most. Yeah,
something that you notice. You see so many people that I'm sure you walk away from some conversations and you go, that kid's going to win.
Yeah, people that look for opportunity.
Okay.
People that see opportunity. I remember Brandon Dawson. I don't know if you know Brandon, but he just met me. His wife or his fiance said, "You need to meet this Cardone guy." Okay, and he's kind of a snooty dude. He thinks he's seen it all, right? So he's one of those guys that's been around. He's like, I've seen it all. I know Grant Cardone, whatever, So she says, look, all I want for Christmas is to sit VIP at his conference. So he buys her the tickets. They come. He reluctantly comes to the event. It's February 2019. He walks in the room, sits down in his seat, looks up, looks around, and says, yeah, I gotta be part of this. People that can see opportunity
and take advantage of it.
Yeah, Ryan Secco, the guy that works for me, he's the pilot, right?
Yep.
He was in Phoenix, saw a YouTube video. He was climbing a mountain on his phone. Look, he's like, I got to go work for this guy. He saw opportunity. Quit being a pilot for United, flew to Miami, made phone calls. I didn't have a plane at the time. Just put himself in the environment. The most important thing I see with people is if they can see opportunity. And waive immediate gratification, meaning, I got to have a big salary. Like that. And I know that can be counter to what I just said about don't monetize right away. I'm not saying don't monetize. I'm saying don't just look for money. Right? The waiter that hates their waiter job. They're like, I got to go find a job that pays more money. No, you need to get great as a waiter. The money will come. You got to get great. And at some point, if you find out you're in the wrong boat, the wrong vehicle, because there's not enough payoff, then that's fine, but get great at something. Leave when you're great. So Secco comes to work with me, and Brandon partners with me. These guys, they're going to end up being more like, they're going to do great because they're in a vehicle that's going places. So
we talked about that too.
Yeah.
Is finding the right vehicle.
Yeah.
Not just getting great at something, but like you said, you can only make so much money being a waiter. You can only make so much money doing different things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But you can make a lot of money running restaurants.
Exactly.
Or owning 50 restaurants.
So even in your interest, even in your field, you can really find something that is a vehicle that's going to get you what you really want.
Keep looking for opportunity. Right, but why would you look for opportunity if you're satisfied where you are? Or if you think it's the house and the dogs and the schools and the two kids, you're not going to look. Most people can't see. It's not even delusional. They can't see. They can't.
They have like blocked vision.
They don't see anything.
They don't see that it's there.
Why would you look for opportunity if you're not writing it down every day? So like every day I wake up in the morning, I write down my goals, right? A $20 billion company. So if you write that down every day, I'm going to build a $20 billion company, and I know what's going to go in that company, then every day, everywhere I go, I'm looking for things that will fit
get you
in
there.
that. You know, if you're looking for round, then I'm looking for things to put in that little hole.
Yep. You're looking for those opportunities that are going to get you to your goal.
Yeah.
So habits. What do you do in the morning? You write down your goals.
Wake up. First, I wake up.
Okay, that's
I found
important.
out that's a really good start.
Yeah.
I try to beat the sun up. I didn't do it today. I didn't beat the sun up today.
Okay.
But I try to wherever I am because then it makes me feel like, oh wow, dude, like I got up before it did, right? It's just a little trick I play. And then I write my goals down, or I go over them. I'd rather write them down, physically write them down.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm not in a position to do that, so excuse. And then I get to work out it.
Yep.
And then somebody sends me a list of things I'm supposed to do that day.
And then you do it. Then you check all the
Then
boxes.
I get a list. I'm like, oh, and then I try. What I do is I do everything on that list, and then I start jamming stuff in.
Okay. And finding opportunities.
Yeah, and always looking for opportunities.
Beautiful. So my very last question is, you said in one of the interviews that you were just about $500 million in debt, and you love that debt almost as much. As much as you love Elena and the kids.
Yeah.
Explain that.
So, like, you know, there's this, you know, all debt is bad debt. We've all heard that, right? I've heard it my whole life. Don't borrow money. All debt is bad debt. And the comment I made, I said, well, I got $500 million worth of debt. Maybe a little more than that now. Definitely a little more than that. $900 million now. And I love that debt almost as much as my wife and kids. And the reason it is because it's good debt. It's cheap. I mean, the Fed just dropped another quarter this morning, right? So that means I can borrow money. And, you know, if a piece of real estate pays me 6%, this is boring for you, I know.
Not at all.
If a piece of real estate pays me 6% and the money only costs me 3.5 or 4, I make 2 points. So I'm making 2 points on $900 million that I don't even own. Like, it's not even my money. So just do the math. 2% on $900 million is a lot of money.
Absolutely.
You know, it's game changer money.
Insane.
It's that other money that I talked about. First, you get less than you deserve, and then one day, if you do the right things, you'll be paid more than you deserve.
Awesome. So what is that 500 million, now 900?
Yeah.
In debt, what has that allowed you and your family to do?
Almost anything, you know, like you know, one is I'm being paid to wait for that debt to be paid down by others. I'm not paying the debt down. The properties produce enough income to pay the debt down. So let's just take it out, you know, let's take it out 15 years. 15 years, I'll be 75. Still young. I mean, I'll still be rocking, right? So my wife and kids, my kids will be in their 20s. They can run this or not. And that $900 million, if I paid it down 10 years, it will be 20% paid down. So that would be $180 million right there of found money. If it didn't appreciate 1 penny, and I didn't pay it down. So I just earned $180 million without doing anything.
Wow. Incredible. So this is what you mean by overpaid. Underpaid, and then eventually you get overpaid.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to thank you for your time.
You're awesome.
I really appreciate
You're awesome,
it.
buddy. I hope your audience likes this and gets inspired by it and just walks away with like, hey, just think bigger. Like, I wasn't thinking like this when I was 25. I wouldn't think, nobody around me was thinking like this.
We had that conversation with the guy that was in here before.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he's 50, something like that, and his son's 23. And it's like, if I knew that information then, the difference it would have made.
Yeah.
And now people like, you know, Casey Adams, his friend Caleb, he has the Apex for Kids and all this. It's like personal development for young kids, like 6th, 7th, 8th grade. It's like, imagine where they're going to be,
they're going to be
at 25. Never mind 50. Knowing this type of information. So I appreciate you being a vehicle for that.
You're the best.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good rest of your day.
It's awesome.
And there we go.
Great job, great job, great job, great job. The other crew, they didn't do the clapping at the end.